So this is Ck-12. It's the OER that I'm going to take a look at here. There's two sides to this OER, which is kind of unique. This one has a teacher side and a student side. Right now I'm logged in as a teacher, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. The dashboard is where you can see what they recommend to you. There are tutorials if you're curious about how to learn how to use it. When you first join, you tell them what subjects it is that you're interested in. You can see I'm fairly science heavy, a little bit of math there. It also has things that it recommends to you based on these. So here's different things you could read that teachers that are similar to you are using in their classrooms. Here's different practices that you could use that teachers similar to you are using. Here are different videos, clicks, which I believe are little demonstrations, but not 100% sure what those are yet. Simulations. And then there's other tools here, which I won't get into all of these because I don't fully understand them all yet. Although I've looked at Studo a little bit and it's pretty interesting. Allows students to help each other. Then you have groups. I don't belong to any groups yet. You could create a group. You can create classes. You can create assignments in here. It does work with Google Classroom. If you're using that, you can install something that will allow you on a resource just to say, add this to my class, and it'll automatically link it to your Google Class as an assignment or as a resource, which is very handy. There's the library. Library is where you can list all the things that you've found. So as you're going, you don't have to stop. You can just say, add this to my library. You can keep searching, and then you come back and review everything at one time. Cafe is an online chat where you can talk with students or teachers. You could offer help. You could ask for help. And then the groups that exist, you can see that's largely American at the moment. You have Jumpstart for Educators Tennessee, Texas, Missouri, Utah, homeschoolers. Nothing for Canada there yet, but you could always start one. Then you have Browse. Browse allows you to look through the different subjects, highlights the ones that you specified that you teach, but you can look at all of them. It does focus mainly on the traditional 3 R's, so arithmetic, reading and writing, and then the STEM fields, science. There is a little bit more with history being listed, but not a lot for the humanities otherwise. Okay, I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to search for covalent bonding. So you can look for different kinds of things. Originally, I was looking for textbooks. Let's take a look at what kind of textbooks are available. Physical science concepts for middle school, chemistry basic, flex textbook, chemistry intermediate, science earth concepts. So let's take a look at what the intermediate one looks like here. So this is a OER textbook. So this is a whole textbook that's been designed to be shared and modified. A whole chapter on covalent bonding. So difficulty level at grade. So it's designed to be used by high schoolers. Let's go to Lewis dot structures here, first little part. Has some learning objectives, has vocabulary, nothing under check your understanding for this one. Prior knowledge, covalent bond. So you start to get into some notes, start to develop the understanding of this. And the nice thing about this is because it told me that it was intermediate, I could take a look at this, and I know that there's a beginner one available as well. And so if this seems a little bit too advanced for what I need, I can go to a simpler resource. But I can also take and I can just modify this. I can download it and modify it all I want because it is an OER. It is open, and it is got a modifiable license to it. So I am going to go and say that I want, let's scroll up here. I'm going to add this to my library. There we go. And let's do notes or highlight. Highlight or annotate any text from above and it will appear here. So let's see how that works. Yeah, there it goes. You can get rid of it. So that's handy. Okay, so that's one part of the tools. And I'm going to very quickly take a look at one of the other things I found really interesting about this tool on Dashboard. If you're trying to plan a lesson, let's say you're starting a new subject and you know something about it but not a whole lot about how it all connects, you can go to Concept Map. And in Concept Map, you can either start with their ideas or see if I remember how to do this. Nope. Okay, well, let's start with wave amplitude. Okay, so science. Math and science, we want both things. Here we go. So if you're doing a lesson on waves, say, okay, this connects to wavelength. That connects to, oh, the de Broglie wave equation. That's a fun one. And we'll connect that, let's move to, no, open back up, to quantum mechanical atomic model. So as you're going from idea to idea, you can start to see how things connect, and you can start to plan the flow of your lessons, so you can be, or of your unit, and which concepts would make sense to go and lead into other concepts. I don't fully know how to use that tool yet. I'm still exploring it, but I think it could be useful. So I'd recommend this resource for teachers that are especially in the math and science area, K-12. It does seem to have more stuff for the high school than the elementary. That probably is also due to the fact that high schoolers use more or have heavier textbooks for content compared to elementary. It does have worksheets and stuff like that as well. And you can, when you do search, you can specify by that kind of what kind of resource you want. And so that's also useful, is that you can start to specify by the kind of resource you're looking for. And just, I'll show a quick example of that again. So you can also state if you want worksheets, workbooks, simulations, that kind of stuff. All right, so that is CK to 12.